All right, guys, it seems like every single day there is a question: can I put a 32-inch front end on my old Expert or on a Freeride or whatever? Yeah, it's not a problem at all. You guys are like, some people are saying you have to cut and weld stuff, the bulkhead is different, you know, all this different stuff, mounting points, blah, blah, blah. No, it's pretty simple. You need lower A-arm, upper A-arm. You need the new shocks or your choice of Fox shocks because the reservoir needs to clear. And you need the tie rod, you need the twin link steering inside and the twin link steering post, the mount that holds that twin link system. All right. Now, I mean, in theory, if you wanted to then get creative, spindles also are different just on the bottom shoe, and they are 18 millimeters taller because of the angle, and a sway bar is stiffer to help on trail handling. Now, you could get away with, depending on how extreme you wanted to go, how cheap you wanted to get out on it, whatever, you can keep your stock sway bar. The distance between the mounting points is the same. It's about 19 inches. So that'll match up no problem. It'll just be softer. And you could use your original spindles. The biggest difference here, guys, is going to be the wider shoe at the bottom, which they say gets rid of slop in the ski. Now, I don't know about you. I'm a mechanical engineer by trade. And the bushings that are on the side that are sandwiched between each ear of the ski and the spindle, guys, there's no slop there. What this does do is it does give it a stronger base here, because I have had ski bolts that have bent because of the leverage because of that bushing. But again, as far as slop and looseness in the steering, you're not going to feel that. Anyway, so you can get away without the sway bar, without the spindles. And if you really wanted to not have the twin link system, which I think you need because you want to have that extra 30 degrees of steering, you could just cut down some tie rods to match your standard if you have rack steering on a Freeride, or the original just pivot steering on, you know, like an older Expert. Anyway, so for some proof, because I know some of you guys are like, well, you don't throw a tape measure on there. Okay, the bottom mount from mount to mount, outside to outside, is 13 inches on the lower A-arm. It's 9 inches. It's 9 inches on the upper A-arm. Okay, and I held these up here a lot better earlier. Anyway, and the distance between A-arms is still 6 3/4 of an inch. And it's exactly the same on the Freeride. Again, I'm using my left hand and trying to record. So we got 13 inches, and we got 9 inches, and then 6 3/4. The only other explanation that I can have for these guys that are getting all confused on this is the Summit X did get a new bulkhead. That's the only new bulkhead in the lineup, but the mounting points are still the same on the Summit X. The only difference is simply that the Summit X bulkhead has a different forging process. I don't remember what they call it. They went a little bit thinner. It's supposed to be stronger and lighter. But anyway, a little bit of tech information for you today. I actually might do some swapping on this, because this is technically my sled and the Expert is technically the wife's sled. And I might want to put the 32-inch front end on mine, and then I'm probably going to put my 34-inch Billet Zebra's front end on hers. She just really liked the color of the Expert. But anyway, yeah, follow along, guys. I try to give as much tech information as I can, just because that's topic that I'm passionate about. So follow along for that, follow along for my future riding videos. And I hope everybody has a good season. I've gotten one ride in so far. I'm waiting for a little bit more snow to get some more break-in miles on these guys. And then I'll really tell you what I think about that 32-inch front end, though I have some thoughts a little bit already. You have a good day.